some good things that I've done. 4th of July was good. I went to Rockaway Beach, which, do I like the beach that much? No, to be honest. But I still had fun, and it was a journey to get there. We did many a train, but you know what? We made it there, had fun with my intern friends, watched some fireworks for 4th of July, which was fine. I don't know that if I didn't, like if I won a lottery ticket, or for like the New York lottery system that they have to go see fireworks, I would definitely go and picnic and have a hurrah and have a fun day. I don't know that I would like camp out on the streets again to see it. I don't know if that was worth it, but they were pretty, and I'm glad I did it at least once. But that was that. And then on Sunday, had church, set up for VBS. It was really fun. A group of us went to Rockaway Beach again, which I told my mom that. She was like, beach twice in 1 week. I said, yes, girl. Who am I? Who am I is a question I'm asking quite a lot while I'm up here. But actually it's not. I know who I am. I know my identity in Christ, period, amen. But I'm doing things that are slightly unusual. But that was very, very fun. It was like spontaneous little beach night. I had a lot of fun doing that. And it's good because I didn't end up working on Monday, so I didn't have to worry about being home super late, like be stressed about that. It was just like nice to relax and let go and like hang out with friends. I hung out with Grace so much this week. This has been a Grace heavy week, which has been fantastic for me. I've loved every second of it. So we had a really fun day biking around Piedmont Park. I befriended a squirrel. Me and the squirrels in New York are like this now. I know how to communicate with them, so if anyone ever messes with me, I'm gonna have a squirrel legion probably around me to save me. And yeah, I think that's all the updates I have right now. We did run into Schwa while we were going to the beach, and he did tell us the wrong directions, but that's okay because he was confused, and that happens. So, thought I would do a check-in of the job since I haven't technically done that yet, and to give you a brief review, I showed up to work on my first day, ready to teach four students, 3 third graders, 1 fourth grader. All I know is that they're deaf. You saw it in the video before. I have a strong sense of like foreboding that I didn't know what I was about to walk into, and I think maybe that was discernment. I don't know, because I was 100%, like 100% correct about that. I walked in, very quickly realized that all of my students are very, very low functioning with like many additional disabilities. And I won't really say more than that on here, just for student privacy rights. Don't need to be putting that on the internet. If you want to know more, you can text me. But very, very low functioning, a lot of very severe additional disabilities that require a lot of modifications and time and prep, and they need things like a visual schedule that have pictures, and so they can know what's happening next, because those type of students respond really well to clear visual schedules, and they have behavior problems, and so those behavior problems will happen less if they have that visual support. And of course, I didn't know this, so I walk in with all of my plans, and I have these 2 TAs who are like, oh my gosh, there was no teacher here yesterday, like we were freaked out, now the teacher's here, thank God. Teacher, what should we do? I'm looking at these students, I've just met them, immediately I know none of my plans are gonna work, and I'm like, oh my God, teacher, teacher, what are we gonna do? I'm looking around for the teacher, I'm looking for her, oh, the teacher's me. So it was just very overwhelming, like the first day, and it was difficult. The first 2 days, really, I feel like I've had to change things every day because, like I said, like these students deserve to have a good teacher and a good experience and good class. And for me, I just was there kind of feeling like I was not doing a good job as their teacher, and that they need all of these things that I don't know how to provide them, and I don't have them right now, right? And yesterday was a very low moment because I have 2 fantastic TAs. They're both wonderful, wonderful people. We have Farron and Jenny. They're amazing. Thank you to Farron, thank you to Jenny. They do so much work in that classroom, and I got a 3rd person, his name signed is Joseph, and he got added into our classroom as well to support one of our behavior students. And they're all awesome, and they support me a lot. But one of them came up to me at the end of the day yesterday in good intention, kindly, no negativity was brought by her. This was just like a me problem. And she was like, yeah, you know, giving me all these suggestions. She was like, they need a visual schedule, they need materials, they need this, they need that, they need that. Like, these are all things like you should do. These are my suggestions. And all of her suggestions were fantastic. But the thing was, in the back of my mind, I already knew that I should be doing all of these things. And so hearing someone say it to me, it was like, I already know that I'm not doing what I need to be doing. Like, or not that I'm not doing it, like I'm doing everything I need to be doing. Like, I'm waking up. I woke up today at 4 a.m., you know? I got to the school, like, and I did work all this morning. I got to the school an hour early. I stayed until the building closed. I did that yesterday. I did that the day before. 2 days before I woke up at 5, but today I woke up at 4. So like, I've been doing as much as I possibly can with the time that I have and working as much as I can to try to catch up, because I've had no time to prepare for these students. But there's just only so many hours in a day. And I also value my sanity, because if I'm not sane as a teacher, I'm not a good teacher. And if I don't have work-life balance, I'm not a good teacher, because I'll get burnt out super quickly. And so just hearing her suggest all these things that I already kind of knew that I needed just was very disheartening to hear. And I kind of felt overwhelmed. I felt like a failure. And I felt like a bad teacher, even though no one was telling me that. But it was just rough. And I was just sad too, because this isn't what I was expecting. This isn't what I'm trained for. And it was just all hard. And so I got on my Subway Zoom and I cried all the way home. Subway, got home, people were like, oh my gosh, Emma, how was your day? How was your day? How was your day? So sweet of everyone to ask, but I literally told them I don't want to talk about it. And when I say I don't want to talk about it, you know something's wrong, because that is not normal activities. But took a nap, woke up, felt better, went to my church picnic, helped cheer me up, woke up 4 a.m. the next day. And then today was the day that I woke up at 4 a.m., did my materials, did my work. I feel a lot better about things. I just felt like today I was able to make a visual schedule, and the kids responded really well to that. Our school psychologist came in and she kind of gave me some tips and some advice on what to do and what materials to make. She helped me make some materials. My TA had made some materials last night, just of her own time, which was so sweet of her. And so I felt like I had some support today, and I had more structure, and I just felt like I have like a different concept of how I want to be teaching these kids and like what my goals are. I'm changing all of my goals and all of my plans. And so today was the first day I left work, and I didn't feel like crying. So a win is a win. Made some real progress, and I really needed it. I was just like praying last night. I was like, you know, this job brought me so much joy last year, and I just want to be joyful in this classroom, and I want to like be joyful for these kids and be a teacher who brings like the joy of the Lord into her classroom. And that just kept reverberating like in my mind, like, you know, the song, the joy of the Lord is my strength. Like, that was in my mind. And then I read that Bible verse today, and I just feel like that's what I was praying over, just for the joy of the Lord to be my strength. Because as much as I consider myself like a happy and joyful person, 90% of the time, when I'm not that way, and when circumstances cause me to not be that way, I can struggle because I don't feel like myself, and it feels very discouraging to me. But it's good to have the reminder that like my joy doesn't come from only me. Like, I don't have to manufacture joy in my life, because I can ask for it from God, and like He can give me strength in that way. And I feel like that's what happened today, and it was really helpful. It was good. I got to talk to Jeriel on FaceTime too. I love her so bad. Miss you, Queen. Danielle was another FaceTime queen this week. Miss you, girl. Love you so bad. Thank you to everyone. I've had some very sweet messages, though, I will say, like from people back home, from my parents, from even like from interns here, from friends I've made at church here. I've had a lot of people checking in on me and like just seeing how I'm doing, and that goes so appreciated, because just a little bit of effort like makes me feel very valued and seen by those people, and so I really appreciate that. So that's that for right now. We'll see. Tomorrow's Friday, so that's good. We'll see what the future brings. I never know, do I? I never know.
Auntie, open it up! Auntie, what the freak?
What happened tonight?
I got engaged!
Frick the no dating cut. No, just kidding.
Some zins.
I do not want that.
No, I don't want that.
Nail check.
No check.
Okay.
Nail check. Hey, we ain't got no place to go, but baby, that's alright. I've been thinking about it all night long.
People coming in.
I need something wrong.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead.
And that's enough of that.